which means eventually inflation won't be too much of a bother. Until then, it's a bit of a bother. Man, I've got to get rid of this track from my thingamajigger. Remove from playlist. Okay, now this time it's Mbemba. Huh. Capital timing. Come on, air. Prove your mettle. Now, why am I throwing my dynasty away to die like this so much? I'm not sure if I have an answer to that. I'm just doing it because it feels right. I mean, we're the Congo. This is how we should be deciding our... well, we are the better than Congo. We're the Loango. This is how we should be deciding our dynasty's trial by fire. It's how I want it, and that's how I'm doing it. Who would ever choose the inflation here? Well, actually, that's 10 years of production efficiency. Well, that doesn't affect gold. Poor Mali, ravaged by peasants. Ideal time to strike, I know, but... oh, actually, that probably means they wouldn't join in? No, that trust is just too high. England, it's not impossible that they'd be coming back for round 2. I'm not allowed to ally France, it's a personal rule. But if England came for me, it's highly unlikely that they would be able to get their friends in because of distant war. So if it was just England, then Castile would just laugh and, well, bail me out, really. Jake, can you build buildings on the Cape? What would I build? I mean, the manpower isn't very high, so that's not worth my time. The tax is pretty great. Yeah, pretty great. Yeah, it's pretty great. Alright, let's kill them, because, I mean, why not? Jake, how much is England paying you? War reparations are still coming in at over 7 ducats. 1 from Genoa, 2 from Portugal, over, well, almost 4 from England. Ah, this westernization is a cinch. At least until I run out of dip, it is. Jake, something something, build a fort. Nah, I don't think so. No need. No need at all. Oh, now this is a need. But they're Mossi separatists, so that gave uprising across all of Mossi land. By uprising, I mean the recent uprising, Malice. And I can really improve my relations with you if I help by liberating this province. I think it's 25. And I can't remember if it builds trust or not. 25, liberated our province, lasts for 25 years. That's not bad. In fact, it's pretty good. Okay, those English are a pain, but I don't think I want to antagonize them further by throwing a missionary there. I'll keep a lazy eye on it. Jake, I know this is about a babby nation, but there are any tricks in the game to almost settle and pass HRE reforms quickly? Yes, yes there are. And that's all you get. Because really, I just can't get behind that kind of gameplay. It's just like, let's click the I win button as quickly as possible instead of having any real challenge. I appreciate that might be what you want to do in the game, but I'll have no part of it. Government officials. Ugh. I'm kind of okay with being a bit impious now because I'm going to have to tech really hard. So let's drop that piety down. Ivory is also such a good... well, good, try great. 4 ducats a pop. Can't believe Portugal suck more money out of that than we make here. Don't worry, Ivory Coast. We'll get you sorted out soon enough. But I do need to secure some Jollof land, which means carving my way through Mali. Will you keep your word and eradicate European culture from Africa, Jake? Absolutely. They've got to go. Africa might be disgusting, but it's my Africa. This is Loango's destiny. Super lazy dips yet again, although I'm running out of things to do with them. Sadly, Mali is really keen to join in on all this, and Jollof as well. What I should do is make it a huge war. Like, I give all this to Katsina, and I take this for myself, including that Jollof center. See, one of the issues is that Jolof's capital is in Timbuktu, but they have the trade power in the Ivory Coast, which means that their trade power, and it's not nothing. 28 trade power. Oh, they're collecting. Alright. Forget what I was going to say then. Still, I'll take Creor. And it is inside my colonial range, so actually I could just take this coastline. That would be a clever thing to do. What? What? Desert raiders. Some people from the Congolese elite have recently been attacked by what they thought to be a raid organized by foreign military. Initially it seems to have occurred deep in our territory. Explanation. Well, it might not be possible to retaliate. There are other ways we can show them what we think of such cowardly tactics. Well, annexing them would be nice. Jeez, that's a lot of money for me to have. Transatlantic slave trade. Loango is far from the only country keeping slaves, with this being a common fate for war captives in the area. Our European neighbors seem to have especially interested in this. What? Seemingly being in desperate need of servants to work the new land they have seized across the ocean, they're now attempting to arrange long-term trade agreements. We can earn some money. The implications are cause for concern. They apparently consider our people, or at least our captives, to be suitable as their slaves. We don't wish to humor this notion, but there's no telling what might happen if we refuse. Well, that's a pretty short-term gain there. Ooh. 20 years of producing lots more slaves. Ha! If we can pay, well, if they can pay, we will gladly provide. Sure, it's 20 prestige, but I mean, making plenty of that. They got a native pop up, but it didn't do anything. Oh, geez, goodbye, more prestige. Okay, but I got a plan. Before I take that, Katsina are still kind of up and in my face, so I'll double down on them and then take the massive prestige hit, because that way the decay works even better for me, and Katsina are even further in love with me. Minus 32. Don't think I'll be scroutaging them though. Jake confirmed for Heartless Bastard why it took you this long. Okay, those English separatists are getting rather close. I think I will throw down the missionary and just accept the fact that they're going to rise up. I would quite like to read the flavor text on that, actually. Let's grab our Ndongolese slaves. The agreement with our European neighbours to sell them slaves has increased the demand. Yeah, slaves aren't as worthless as they once were. Once upon a time, slaves were such a worthless trade good. You would get slaves and you're just like, ugh. How am I meant to really feel the tight boots of oppression around my feet if I'm not even making much money from extorting the natives? That's the kind of thing that gets all up in my gears. Alright, 64%. We are doing very well on this. Do we have an advisor that can speed this up? Not an affordable one. Most of this is down to our piety. Didn't we get some extra conversion strength? Maybe I was imagining that. Holy smokes, I'm not imagining my lack of prestige. Love me, my vassals, please. I think it would be well within the realms of cleverness to actually erect a bigger army right now. Stop my vassals from being quite so revolting. And I can also wonder why I haven't been using you to get my power up. Jake, you never got the Wandering Sunni Shaman, so you have no extra conversion strengths. Yeah, but I required Admin 8 for that, and it was not worth waiting for. Mostly because I still don't have it. And it's good to be a proper religion, I tell you what. Besides, we got two of the very good decisions. And as expected, Katsina is being diligent enough in converting these lands for us. Won't have to worry about religious troubles when we take you. Zhao, I even forgot you existed. And there is no reason for me to not be consuming you. Let's get that claim on the go. I guess I just kind of accepted they were there and my friend. I maintain that defending Zhao back at the crucial moment was the right thing to do. They were very useful, they just sadly had to die eventually. I'm killing off my master recruiter. Let's get the dip points. Got admin. It's like he knows we want to commit adminicide. So I believe we're losing 3 dip per month. We might just be able to westernize without hitting 0 dip. Doesn't really make any difference, but maybe. My whole country gets increased decentralization for 10 years. Horrible. I also... oh god, even more prestige loss. I think I'm gonna have to chuck that piety of mine down the toilet. But I'm going to gain piety when I do this anyway. Alright, well, let's just cap out our piety. It'll allow us to convert that English province really quick-ish. And we'll annihilate Zhao. Jake Prestigious does number correct. This is no fun, though. No, this is excellent fun. This couldn't have come at a better time, actually. What a terrible shame. It's become a full province, and now it can lose all their population. Because we don't care now. I've got a toss-up between continuing to expand along here, or sealing this off, and I think sealing it off is a slightly better idea right now. It is arid. But no, sealing off is a fairly high priority. Jake, show off the westernization exploit. Nah. There may be an exploit or two in this run, but I'm not ready for it yet, especially not when I'm westernizing. Recover abysmal prestige. That is a fairly good one, because it will happen. Okay, Zhao, time to go. Jake, lol, Ethiopia. What Ethiopia? Kaffa decided to get revenge for all the times they were punched in exchange for money. Oh, who can blame them? There's no point in being at war for longer than necessary, so we'll throw our cannon over there. Katsina, you do what you do best. villages not revolt against me. Yeah, building those troops is probably a very big help. Oh dear, oh dear. That was ludicrously lucky that I won that. But as long as my one cannon makes it here, it'll be enough to add to the siege. It's like half a battery made it. But that's plenty enough. Again, it's pagan, but Katsina can take good care of it. And once this all becomes mine, as it eventually will, then I will finally have enough power to become, oh sweet, that's lovely. To finally become the kingdom I've always deserved to be. Jake, can we see a religious map of Europe? You sure it's not like much is going on around here? England continues to push against being reformed. Interesting. Normally my games are revolt heaven, or revolt hell, depending how you look at it. But this has just been like zen, almost. Of course I'm taking your money. I wouldn't dream of not taking your money. Oh, jeez, I do not have the dip to do that. Well, at least this should end in a year, and that'll be okay-ish. It's kind of funny. But yeah, we'll be okay. I guess we do end up hitting zero dip in the end. Jake, who's going to disappear first, Dahomey or Katsina? Probably Katsina, because they have the extra resistance against me. Poor time to be losing one stab, but needs must. And the English will not rise up. Wow, like all that westernization and not a single revolt. This is not a DDR Jake campaign. Oh, it was a nice touch if one of them decided to attack me. My good buddy, the Ottoman's Defender of the Faith, he would come charging in. Nothing to it. Yeah, I'm seeing that Castile and Fernando Po. There's not too much I can do about it, but in the end it'll just take one good war to wipe Castile out of Africa. Because it's all overseas land to him. Look at that, 5% for this one, and it's 5 development. 4% for development. You're starting to see a pattern here. Welcome to being westernized. I look forward to paying almost nothing for my dip. Because I'm going to need to, otherwise my vassals are going to rise up against me. Something horrible. Ideas are nice. Yeah, nice enough for me to go for them. Let's make that dip back. Heck, I just need everything. That's all I need, just everything. That's an issue. So as soon as we finish westernizing all of our enemies here, Timbuktu, Messina and Mali decided to coalition us. Timbuktu we can probably get out. That's because I haven't been improving my relations enough with them. Jolof, not an issue though. But I mean, these guys aren't about to attack me. Look at them. Pathetic. Nonetheless, it would probably be prudent for me to step back and prepare for war. Do you keep forts maintained to keep army tradition up? Nah. Okay, Yayo's joining the coalition train as well. I see. So I lost my big friend, and the reason he ditched me was his attitude changed. Of course it did. I mean, he no longer was interested in babysitting me, because I wasn't a potential protectorate to him. Which means I need to find myself a new friend. Oh, I won't be finding any friends whilst I'm in an offensive war, but I need a few more dip points for that. Even though this doesn't cost us anything. Crazy. Actually, I'm kind of on the fence. Do I want Katsina or do I want the homie? The homie fights better, so I think we'll focus on Katsina. It'll only take forever and cost us all of our Diplo power, but that's not a problem. Might as well start young. And yes, we will be getting that marriage on the go. Even though you're old. And Spain, it would kind of suck to rival you. There's just no need. I mean, you haven't rivaled me. Yeah, this is a bit of a tricky situation. Yeah, if I just improve your relations, we'll get Timbuktu out of the coalition and just declare war on him. And yeah, debased currency to be expected. We just pay it down and imagine we got a bad event, which, well, we did. Our war reparations have stopped. But, okay, we just need to, like, catch up in tech and just generally look out for ourselves. Timbuktu will get them out of the coalition and strike them down. Make Katsina even bigger, because I don't see any problem in doing that, right? They no longer get that boost to liberty desire for being annexed. Probably to offset the fact that, you know, annexing them can just make them... you can't continue to annex them if they have too much liberty desire. So it's kind of like a false hope that you can begin integrating them. And then it goes, oh no, you can't, because that just upped their liberty desire. Ho hum, all is well. Yeah, 30 development and a ton of prestige away from becoming a kingdom. I really want it to be a kingdom. I won't be getting that at this rate. I also really want to get some Diplo tech. I haven't teched up Diplo once. Wait, did I start at tech 2 or 3? Must have been 2 because Ashanti was as well. Well, got to get those militaries up and on the go so that I can cleanse my enemies. Not far from getting Timbuktu out of this. Then to war. I'll be happier if I'll get an individual that improves my diplomatic reputation though. Or reduces inflation, that would do nicely as well. Jake, now that Spain can be your rival, you should build 5,000 heavies and wreck them. Slow down there. Unfortunately, this isn't EU3. We're kept in a clamp thanks to these magical points. And whilst Nguesso is fairly okay, well, he's above average. It's not really, he didn't really break the bank. Still don't have all the claims we want, but we need Timbuktu out of this. Oh, that's as high as it goes. Could chuck the guy a gift to get him to plus 50. Go for it, Katsina. Go for it, Katsina. Do you want them? Potentially. Okay, so I did end up getting that statesman, but he is way too expensive for us. We just have to hope that this guy dies and we get another chance at a reroll. Yeah, I really don't think it's in my best interests to be getting on Spain's bad side just yet. I forget if it's plus 25 or 50, but knowing the situation right now, it's probably plus 50. That 12 would give us just enough. But why settle for just enough? Let's give them a little bonus, so they can put up something of a decent fight. This is rather nice, means we don't have to deal with Messina either. Now I could ally them to get them out of this straight away, or I could just wait for them to drop out anyway. Spymaster dead. Diplomat. So close and yet so far, we'll show him the door. Oh, okay. This is why it kind of blows being a tribe. Tribal events tend to be garbage. Oh, now we have no heir. Very low legitimacy. No prestige. There's... oh dear. Some bad things on their way. Well, it never rains but it pours, huh? Seriously, I'm going to be ending you, so I might as well ally you. De-ally you. And then just attack you. Someone says, do I smell more Regency in the air? Yeah, it's possible, Anaphan. Go Civil War. Sick of Civil Wars. Alright, Jolof and Mali. Is there really any point to make them co-belligerents, since I know the land that I want anyway? I think not. Let's just enjoy a nice old war. For Timbuktu. Should it be for Timbuktu? It'll take longer to get the ticking war score. Also, he's building me a building there. I kind of want that regimental camp there, so that when I take it, I just have something extra. So, yeah. Give us your worst. I'm still focused on admin, but it really kind of blows to have to focus like this. Westernization, even when you finish it, and it's not an easy thing to do, still kind of blows. Could send my king to his death, but nah. Let's just fire them away, I guess. Into hills, into a 4-shock general, what do we care? Actually, it's kind of worth a re-roll to get something considerably better than that garbage we got. That, I wouldn't really call well, let's go for it anyway. Oh yeah, our prestige is garbage, so that really reflects in our morale. But hey, live dangerously. We have the money and we have the men. I mean, I'm the kind that sells my entire kind into slavery. I don't think I should be having too many issues of... I can't even remember. What's that word when something happens in your mind making you feel bad about something? Conscience, that's it. There won't be any crisis of conscience around here when there's money to be made. Somebody's rightfully saying, yeah, you don't get trade companies on your home continent. Should